This is my intro music. Welcome to the video. I hope you like it lots, so don't forget to subscribe and click the thumbs up button. Now let's react.
Hey, hi, hello then. Welcome to a special episode of me eating Glitter and Lasers bagel. So, if you haven't been following the Bagelgate story, you are forgiven for having no idea what's going on. And it's also probably better for your mental health that you have no idea what's going on. Basically, for those of you who just need a refresher, a while ago, Anna posted a video where she said the title of it was, "I walked 2 miles for a bagel in New York City." On the surface, that doesn't seem like that big of a deal. However, that particular video started off what is now hashtag Bagelgate in the Glitterverse. And it's basically a video of Anna walking through New York, being an ass, eventually getting to a place called Tompkin Bagels, ordering a bagel, not checking the order, going all the way back to her hotel room where she discovers she has the wrong bagel, and then proceeding to cry in her bed about how she can't win and the world is against her because she got the wrong bagel. That was just the climax of the video, by the way. So, I have a friend who lives in New York, and the whole time I'm watching Anna's video, I'm texting them, and I'm like, what is this portal thing? And, where's Grand Central Station? And is Tompkin Bagels really the best bagels in New York? And my friend's just like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, they knew what Grand Central Station is and all that, but... And I do remember when I reacted to the video of Anna's that I had a moment where I looked up the Wikipedia entry for Grand Central Station, and everybody seemed to enjoy a quick little educational moment. And so I was, of course, telling my friend all about this, and my friend's like, yeah, that's weird. But what you do is weird, so... And I'm like, yeah, that's fair. So, last week, my friend offered to go to Tompkin Bagels for me and to order what Anna had ordered, or supposedly had ordered, and then got the wrong bagel of. And I was like, yes, I would very much like for you to do that, and then I will eat the bagel on camera for everyone. Because, honestly, a pumpernickel bagel with Kalamala olive cream cheese, I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, sounds delicious, because I like olives, I like the Kalamala olives, I like cream cheese, I like pumpernickel. This sounds amazing. By the way, my bagel looks even better than the bagel that Anna got. It's like stuffed with cream cheese, and hers was not. Now this bagel, I will say, it's a couple days old, so any non-freshness is not Tompkin Bagel's fault. That is my fault. Entirely. But oh my god, you guys, look at that. Look at that cream cheese, man. There's like chunks of bagel in there, or bagel, well, there is chunks of bagel, but there's also like big old chunks of olives and pimento, and look at the cream. There's like an inch of cream cheese. Now, I personally am a cream cheese on, you know, I don't like the cream cheese on both sides of my bagel. I don't like a sandwich bagel like this, but apparently that's how you do it when you're in the New Yorks. So I personally am kind of like a cream cheese on one side. Oh my goodness, I'm just making a mess. Oh no, we're gonna stop now. All right, we're just gonna eat it the way God intended, apparently. So first off, before we have this delicious bite of this, really, I'm not gonna lie, guys, this cream cheese smells amazing. The bagel smells amazing, and considering it's several days old, it's still really soft. Not like bready soft, but like a bagel's supposed to be. My only true wish is that the bagel and the cream cheese hadn't come together, because I would have toasted said bagel. I like a good toasted bagel. And then I would have put said cream cheese on said bagel, but it's okay, you know? It's all right. We're gonna work with this. I'm not going to sit here and cry because I can't win, because the bagel and the cream cheese are together and I can't toast the bagel. Okay, we're not going to do that. But anyway, I'm very excited about this bagel. But first, let's talk about Tompkin Bagels. So Tompkin Bagels, aka Tompkin Square Bagels, appears to have gotten their name from the square that they are near, which is Tompkin Square. Now, I do believe that I read the backstory of Tompkin Bagels at one point during Anna's video, and I remember reading this when I did the original video of Anna walking through New York to get this bagel. And the background is, it's a good background, I guess, but it doesn't really tell you anything about Tompkins. Like why Tompkins Square? Why is that where you started? Why even name it Tompkins Square's Bagel? Were they the first bagel shop to open up in Tompkins Square? So it would just make sense for it to be. The other thing I wanted to know is a little bit more about, Tompkins Square in general in New York. So let's do that. So this is the official website of the New York City Department of Parks and Recreation. I figured they might have good information. So Tompkins Square is this popular park in the middle of East Village is a perfect centerpiece for its eclectic neighborhood, which houses artists, radicals, okay, fashion lovers, and those who have lived in the neighborhood for decades and witnessed its many changes. The performances hosted by the park are as unique as its visitors. The annual lineup includes a drag festival called Wigstock. Cool. The Howl Festival, commemorating Allen Ginsberg, and the Charlie Parker Jazz Festival. I'm not a jazz fan, but I like live jazz, I guess I could say. I'm not really a fan of like jazz. Anyway, along with its excellent people watching, I bet. The park is equipped with 2 playgrounds, a handball court, chess tables, and a basketball court. That's a lot. So here's the layout of Tompkins Square. These are basketball courts. Looks like there's a baseball court, playground, dog park, walking trails. It doesn't look like it's very big. So there's a lot going on in this tiny little park. Oh no, but here it says, let's see, before you go, the outdoor pool. There's a pool? Yeah, I guess right there. Yeah. The outdoor pool at Tompkins Square is currently closed due to construction. Visit our capital project tracker for updates on the progress of it. So oh, let's see here. Looks like the highlights of this area. There's a Hare Krishna tree. All right, here we go. The Hare Krishna tree, one of Tompkins Square Park's most prominent features, is a collection of venerable American elm trees. One elm in particular is located next to the semicircle arrangement of benches in the park center as important to adherents of the Hare Krishna religion. After coming to the U.S. in September of 1965, this guy, the Indian spiritual leader, found the International Society for Krishna Consciousness in New York. He worked from a storefront on nearby 2nd Avenue that he used as the Society's American headquarters. Said spiritual leader and his disciples gathered in Tompkins Square Park in the fall of 1966 to introduce the East Village to the group's distinctive 16-word mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. I'm so sorry, Hare. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. I think, this isn't a Beatles song, isn't it? Unsurprisingly. This is part of a Beatles song. I'm just saying, like, this time of the year, this time of the decades, yeah, it's a Beatles song, isn't it? Yeah. I can't remember which song. Hey! Points down below if you can tell me what song these lines are from. On October 9th, 1966, the leader and his followers sat beneath this tree and held the first outdoor chanting session outside of India. Participants chanted for 2 hours as they danced and played cymbals, tambourines, and other percussive instruments. The event is recognized as the founding of the Hare Krishna religion in the United States. It's a diverse group that included beat poet Allen Ginsberg, and Krishna adherents continue to return to the tree to acknowledge its significance. That's pretty cool. American elm trees are known for their towering canopies, which provide abundant shade from spring, summer, and fall. It is rare today to find such a collection of American elms, since many of the mature elms planted across the country have been killed by Dutch elm disease. Oh, yeah, we don't have any. Okay. Oh, well, I mean, props. This incurable disease is carried by a fungus, carried by bark beetles, which colonized on the branches of the elm tree, swept across the U.S. in the 1930s, and remain a threat to the park's collection of elm, despite having lost at least 34 of the trees. Wow, they had a bunch. Tompkins Square still hosts a large assemblage of elms. with which, to this day, enchant the park patrons. East Village Park's Conservatory, a voluntary group, raises significant funds for the ongoing care and maintenance of the American elms and other historic trees in Tompkins Park. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Is there a picture of it? What is the picture of it? So I guess these are some pictures. Wow, that's a really pretty park, you guys. Not like anybody should. Look at that. That's really pretty. So which one's the Krishna tree then? Because, like, I am a total sucker for this kind of crap. Like, I would 100% go all the way to this damn park just to go look at one tree. Fountain. That's pretty. I'm a sucker for blooming trees, too. Like, I will... I do know about the Dutch elm disease, and I didn't know it was incurable. That really blows, which means there's a unfortunate chance that these elms may not someday. So I guess I should say we should like try to fund some Dutch elm research to preserve the Hare Krishna tree. Because oh, there's the dog parks. Look at the puppies. Look at the happy puppies. Some flowers, more dogs. There they are in bloom. Aren't those beautiful? Look at those trees. Those are beautiful. Is it? How do I know which tree is the Hare Krishna tree? Now all I want in life is a picture of the Hare Krishna. No, 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 too far, too far. Okay, so Tompkins Square Park, Slockham's Fountain. We'll learn more about that in a second. Performance in Tompkins Square Park, Tompkins Square Park. Dog Run. Let's see some performances. That's kind of cool. I'm going to guess this is for St. Pat's. Just guessing. Probably. Maybe. Alright, so there's no way to know which tree is a Hare Krishna tree. But that's okay. You know what? Life goes on. Na 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 na, life goes on. Zoom. That's kind of neat. Alright, what else was here? Tompkins Square Park Field House reconstruction. I'm gonna guess that's the why the pool isn't open. Temperance Fountain. Dating to 1888, this neoclassical fountain was a gift to the wealthy San Francisco dentist, businessman, and temperance crusader Henry D. Cogswell. That's a name. That's a name. You know what I do wish? Oh, here we go. All right, so there is a picture of the temperance fountain. There's a temperance fountain in DC that was really pretty too. I don't think it was gifted by the same people though. So, the fountain was a result from Cogwell's affiliation with the Moderation Society, which was formed in 1877 to address the health conditions on the Lower East Side and to distribute free ice water fountains to encourage citizens to drink water instead of alcoholic beverages. I mean, you should drink water. Water is good for you. Cogswell's most lasting legacy was the 50 monuments he sponsored nationwide, wow, between 1878 and 1890. Most were versions of the Temperance Fountain. Several of the fountains, such as those... Oh, okay, so he is the guy that put the one in Washington, D.C. It's a really pretty fountain. Boston Commons and in Tompkins Square were covered by a stone canopy or badlichen supported by 4 Doric common columns. I can read. As can be seen here, the 4-stone, whatever, emblazoned with the words faith, hope, charity, and temperance. Yeah, that's the one, this is very similar to the one in DC. I feel like the statue's different, and I feel like there's like more carving on it, but I don't... Let's see. Yeah, okay. I feel like there was like some more decorative elements on the one in DC, but I could be very, very wrong. So. Alright, so that's kind of cool. What else have we got here? All right, so this is just Tompkins Square, right? I think we've had enough history of Tompkins Square. Okay, so the park is named after Daniel D. Tompkins, who served as governor of New York from 1807 to 1817 and as vice president of the United States under James Monroe from 1817 to 1825. Was owned by the Dutch during the 17th century. Tompkins later acquired it, and by the 19th century, it was marked for development as a public square. That's pretty cool. So I will try to remember to put links to all of this down below if people want to go and read more about it, but there you have that. Now, so the bagel shop, this is the owner and operator of Avenue A, and from what I can tell, Avenue A is the original location because it's outside of Tompkins Square. So, Mosaic Man, New York City, Jim Power and his Mosaic Trail. So, that's kind of cool. I think I've heard about the Mosaic Man. Maybe. So, I'm gonna say Pugliese. That's probably not right. Commissioned Jim to create the sign for the new shop opening as soon as 165 Avenue A between 10th and 11th Streets. Watch the video to get behind the scenes look at the shop and hear Chris's inspiration for keeping it local. This is Tompkins Square on the map. This is the original site, I believe, for Tompkins Square's Bagels. As you can see, the location, they are across the street from each other. And apparently when the shop was opened, Jim Power, who is kind of known as the Mosaic Man, some of you who follow like weird art might know this guy. But he's got like a whole trail of stuff you can follow. I think there's a website you can go to see all of the stuff that he's done. I'm not going to track that down because I don't care that much. But you are all welcome to do so. This is the owner of the original location. And, you know, pictures of the inside. Isn't that cool? I love when they just write on the walls like this. I think it's kind of fun. Anyway, all the various bagels you can get. YouTubes. Grin and Schmear It. It's lovely. I love it. Hilarious. Can't get enough of it. This is the 2nd Avenue location. I think they have 3 locations. Famous people that apparently eat there because of course they do, and I have no idea. Cookie dough cream cheese is the best thing you ever had on your bagel. There's a bagel under there somewhere. I'm just stuck with cookie dough cream cheese. That sounds delicious. All right, so anyway, so this is Tompkins Square Bagel. That was the history of Tompkins Square. I did kind of read over this history. I'm believing that the I here is Christopher, who again is the owner of the first location. He talks about his background studying under, what was the guy's name? Well, he used to work at Bake City Bagels in Gravesend, Brooklyn. Bear with me, folks. And from the way he makes it sound is that this is kind of like a legacy shop, like, he names off several other different bagels companies that have spawned because people worked at Bagel City Bagels and were taught there how to properly make a bagel under Steve. Here we go. I don't know who Steve is. We don't learn. This is the one thing I don't like about this background. We don't know who I is. I'm just guessing it's Christopher. And we don't really know who Steve is. This is very much written as if you are already aware of who everybody in the game is, right? And so I don't have to give you a full background of everybody. But it also doesn't really tell you a whole lot about the guy who created Tompkins Square Bagel and like, why Tompkins Square? Da-da-da-da-da. Those kind of questions and those things. But, you know. But anyway, so there's Tompkins Bagel Square. I hope you guys enjoyed that brief little discussion about it. I can't tell you exactly when Avenue A opened up. They're like a... Something like a puppet troupe, a comedy puppet troupe who was called Avenue A. Anyway. Does he say when he opened up the first one? It smells so good, by the way. One of the nice things about Tompkins Square Bagels that I think is a nice touch is One thing that I did notice that they had up here was their gallery. Is that where it was? Oh no, these are just pictures. Because we need more reasons to go eat at Tompkins Square Bagels. Okay, so this is more about this is from Jim Power, the Mosaic Man. Again, you can follow his link to go find out more about the stuff that he does. Apparently, he was very excited to be putting this mosaic together. Eddie and I designed all of the signs used at TBS. Her artwork is on display throughout the store. I met Eddie years ago at Union Square Market, long before TBS existed. When I designed TBS, my goal was to always have it feel like one of Eddie's paintings. That is a really neat painting, by the way. I'm again going to guess that this eye, the eye person, is again Christopher. Aw, little picture books. TBS features artwork by local artists. The artists keep 100% of their sales. We're just happy to have their works on our walls. Victoria was one of the first EV artists to beautify our space. 3 of her Metro card works have become permanent fixtures at the TBS. I don't know what that means, but that's kind of cool. I just really like the way this is like a little chap flip book. Let's see. Chico did the murals on TBS Backyard Cafe area. Like Jim, getting to meet and work with Chico was just mind-blowingly cool. He is an EV legend. All of the tiles, including the tiles used by Jim Power for his TBS mosaics, came from the Bella Tile, which can be found right down the block from TBS at 178 First Avenue. That's really cool, actually, keeping it local like that, including having the guy who made the mosaic use the local stuff. This is a really neat shop. Like, they need to put more of this in the bio area because this is really cool information about really working to keep not only like the food itself local, like I'm sure this smells amazing, so I'm sure this is going to taste great, but just the history of the shop and the giving back and the making sure that the bagel shop fits into the local scene and the local lore, and that, you know, they're using local artists, they're using local materials. I'm assuming some of these artists are better known more locally. So that's kind of fun. All of TBS's window art was done by local artist Scooter LaForge. The first time I met Scooter, what a great name. He was having a bite at TBS while working on some sketches. His work was amazing. When I asked him if he'd be interested in doing the window art for TBS, I thought I was giving a local artist a break. I was pretty embarrassed later on when I learned that this was like asking Prince if he'd like to play a few tunes and get some exposure. Scooter was extremely generous with his time and went above and beyond anything we could have asked out of him. When I asked him why, he simply replied, "I just live in the neighborhood and really like the place." How fun is that? Also, what a great story. Can you imagine? "Hey, guy, you look like you could use some work. How about you paint my windows for me? I really like your stuff." And then later on, you're like, "Oh, all right then." So you kind of asked God for a favor. And he did it for me. You know? It's pretty cool, though. Yeah, what a beautiful place. Like, the outdoor looks great. The artwork inside. I'm a big sucker for indoor artwork. So there you go. There's the story, as I can cobble it together, of Tompkin Bagels. Stop it. That pop-up's about ready to be my enemy, though. I would love to maybe get a grilled cheese from them. I'm intrigued by this birthday sprinkles cream cheese. They do have a menu. You can go check it out. I am told that it rotates, and there's some seasonal stuff on there. I'm pretty sure they're not going to cater all the way out to Philadelphia. They might, as a gag. That would be pretty funny. Dear Tompkin Bagels, if you would like to send me a dozen pumpernickel bagels, I will totally do a little a taste test again on an Instagram story, just like our girl Glitter and Lasers did. But we are now where we want to be. My bagel is nice and warmed up. Yeah, that was the thing. It was kind of sitting in the fridge. It smells really good. Like I said, considering this is not the freshest bagel, and that is not Tompkins' fault. That is my fault. It's still pretty springy. It looks like it's going to have a really good chew to it. I want to try just some of the bagel by itself first. I don't want to eat the part that's been mushed because that's going to be all condensed stuff, so. If you don't know what pumpernickel is, it's a kind of rye. Apparently there's no pumpernickel in the UK. I don't know how you guys manage that, but anyway. There you go. It's got a nice chew. I still say it would be better toasted. This might have started off life toasted. By the time it got to me, it would not have been toasted anyway, so. But it's not... Oh, there's the rye. There you go. That's good stuff right there. The outside is very chewy. If you like a chewy bagel, you're going to like the outside. Inside's still pretty soft. Not gummy. Caraway. I think the big distinguishing factor between pumpernickel and other forms of rye, I can be very wrong on this, by the way, is pumpernickel has molasses in it, which makes it a little sweeter. I wanted to get some of the good inside stuff, but I don't want too much of the cream cheese. But yeah, oh, there's the caraway. Oh, that's so good, you guys. That's really good. That's a really good pumpernickel. Like, if they just made pumpernickel bread, I'm a sucker for pumpernickel. All right. So it's really good. You got a good caraway flavor to it. It's got that nice rye flavor to it. Got a good chew. Still soft on the inside. I can definitely tell if this got toasted. It'd be one of those bagels that was like crispy, but still chewy on the inside. Kind of how the way you want the bagel to be after it's been toasted. Now, I want to try some of the cream cheese before we try everything together, because this stuff smells so good. It's got like a smoky fragrance to it. And you can definitely smell the olive. If you don't like olives, you're not going to like this. And there's like a, I don't know what to call it. There's like a je ne sais quoi to it. I don't know how to explain that part. But it does have like a very smoky, umami kind of scent to it. So I'm really excited to see how it tastes. Does it have horseradish in it? It might have horseradish in it. I like horseradish in mine. The cream cheese is very creamy. It's not sour. You know how sometimes cream cheese can have a sour kick to it. This is not sour. It's very, very creamy, very soft. The olive is not overwhelming, but it's present. I think it's the pimento giving it that flavor that I can't quite put my finger on, but I do think it's got, I feel like it might have a touch of horseradish. I could just be hallucinating the horseradish, though. My family makes a very similar mix of cream cheese, horseradish, and green olives with pimentos together, which is why I think this is delicious. And then we serve it with we serve it with chipped beef. It's a Midwest thing. But yeah, this is like basically the exact same thing my family makes, so that's really good. All right, I want to try a bite of it all together. It's my bagel. I can eat the whole goddamn thing if I want. All right, so I want to try some of it together. I want to see if I can like pull it apart a little bit. There we go. Because again, I'm an open-faced bagel person, not a bagel sandwich person. I have been told that I am wrong. You can fight me if you want. All right. I see the cream cheese better here. I don't know if this is Kalamala. God, you guys, it might be the wrong cream cheese. The two of them together is very good. Yeah, because that rustic flavor of the rye works really, really well. There's just a little bit of like a kick to the cream cheese. And I'm gonna guess it's the horseradish, because the cream cheese is not sour. So between the olive and maybe like the pimento or the horseradish in it, it really picks up that rich rustic flavor of the rye. Mhm. 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 That's good. I would the only thing I could think that would actually make this any better is a bagel being toasted and still warm when you put the cream cheese on it, because that's just how I like my bagels, honestly. But that's pretty much the only improvement I can think about it. Is this the bestest bagel I've ever had in my entire life? No. My cousin made fresh bagels one time for one of our family reunions, and we had bagels and schmear and lox, and she made the cream cheese fresh. She's like one of those people that makes everything from scratch. Like she probably would have gone out and like made the smoked salmon herself if she could have. Maybe she did. I don't know. But she made bagels fresh, and she had the fresh cream cheese, and then we had the lox, and that was the best bagel I've ever had in my life. This is pretty damn good though. It is hell of better than anything you're gonna buy at the grocery store, like in a bag or anything like that. So it already is winning in that category. Um, like I said, the cream cheese, I could just eat the cream cheese, TBH. But this is a really good bagel. Thank you to my friend who walked 2 whole miles, you guys, in New York City and somehow managed to not make fun of any street performers, not harass anyone serving cotton candy, and not get lost on their way to and from Tompkins Square and back again to get me this bagel. So this bagel is a well-traveled bagel. It's a very well-traveled bagel because it came all the way from New York to Philly to be eaten by me, to be shared with you guys. This is a damn good bagel. Is it taking it back to your apartment and taking it back to your hotel room and crying in your bed good? I, no. Sorry. I don't really think anything's that good, but is it going out of your way to take a trip to go get it? Yeah, I think it is pretty good. Especially if you're going to go to maybe the Avenue A location that's across from actual Tompkins Square. I think the lore and the history of the area kind of adds to the atmosphere, and in all honesty, that kind of stuff really does kind of add to the satisfaction of the food, I guess, is kind of the thing. Like, you're not just eating a bagel and some Philadelphia cream cheese, which, is good stuff, but you can buy Philadelphia cream cheese anywhere. You can buy bagels anywhere. You can probably find pumpernickel bagels if you look hard enough, Can you go to a place that's a legacy bagel shop there where the guy's been taught by apparently one of the bagel masters of New York, and he's not only created one shop but has 2 other shops that are doing well because his product is that good, and then it's across from this historical cool park where you could, it's one of the few places in America where you can still see the elm trees because the rest of them are dead. I mean, there's a lot going on in this bagel. And I think that kind of like adds to the pleasure of the bagel is knowing all of these things about it. And then the shop itself looks really cute. It's got some great art, and it's got a good story about the art. Local people, local artists seem to like the place enough to basically donate. I mean, I'm sure the dude got paid to do the window paintings. I'm not going to say he didn't, but he's clearly a bigger deal than was thought at the time, and yet still did the paintings because he didn't feel offended, right? So that's saying something. So, all right, well, I'm gonna go finish the rest of this bagel and my coffee, and so there's your story. If you've made it this far in the video and you enjoyed it, you have to put a bagel, obviously, down in the comments section, or tell me what your favorite bagel is again. I know we already did this once, but this one's all about the bagels. Tell me about your favorite bagel place. Does it have a really cool story too, or is it just like, yeah, my uncle has a bagel shop, kind of a thing? So there's your stuff. Bagel as your emoji. Let me know what your guys' favorite bagel order is. What's your favorite cream cheese? What's your favorite bagel shop? Do you like bagged bagels? Do you just like to go to the store and buy a bag of bagels and some Philadelphia cream cheese? No no judgment there. I'm a big Philadelphia cream cheese fan too. So yeah, that's all I've got for you guys. I'm gonna go enjoy my bagel, and thank you once again to my friend who walked through hell, New York hell, to give me this bagel. I'm sorry, it's never not gonna be funny. And I will see everybody in the next one. Bye.
This is my outro music. You can't copyright strike me because it's just me singing. This is my outro music. Thank you for watching. See you next time.